Okay, so in our last video, we found a domain. The domain I'm going to use is prepperhero.com. Now, before I show you how to register the domain and point it toward your hosting name servers, we need to discuss a little bit about how websites work and what you have to do to have your own website. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking it's probably easier just to go on one of the free sites like Blogspot, or I think it's WordPress.com has one, and just build your business on that for free. The problem with that is that it's similar to building your business on somebody else's property. You know, you always want to build anything, a house, a business, anything on property that you own. And if you go on Blogspot or Blogger or whatever, and you start setting up a series of blogs, hoping to build a business on that, that would be something like going to a piece of free land that's offered to you for free, where they say, go ahead, build your business on it, we won't charge you anything. And then you go through all the time and effort of putting up posts and YouTube videos, and you find that at some point you may be violating some of the rules that they have, or selling something that they don't like, and all of a sudden you get a notice: we are hereby terminating your business and taking down your business instantaneously, and you're left with nothing. All right, so what everyone does who wants to build a business online is they set up their own website that they own. Now, the way to do this is to purchase the domain name, like we are about to do. Now, the way to do that is you go to one of these registrar companies. Like I mentioned, there's GoDaddy is probably the best known one. There's also Namecheap and a few others. And then some of these companies, in fact all of them, also have what we call web hosting services. Now, you know, you can buy your domain and you can set up a website, but before you can have access to the internet, you have to use a company that is called a web hosting company, which has special computers called servers, which allow you to have your domain have access to the internet. All right. Now, these are companies that are very cheap, and there are very many of them. GoDaddy has its own web hosting service. There's also HostGator, Bluehost, One-in-One Web, InMotion, HostWinds, Liquid Web Hosting, A2Web. There's a million of them. Now, they're all about the same, by the way. I use a company called Hostmonster. And incidentally, if you're interested in knowing this, Bluehost and Hostmonster are basically the same. They're owned by the same man. They use the same servers, so it's one or the other. But all of the instructions that I'm going to be showing you from this point on will be using the layout and the cPanel that Hostmonster has. Okay, and I will be providing a link underneath this video and on my website if you want to purchase access to Hostmonster. These are affiliate links, I should tell you, but you know, you don't have to use it. You can use any one of a number of these. Any web hosting company that provides a cPanel, that's the letter C followed by the word panel, will be adequate for our purposes. All right. So, first thing that we're going to do, and the reason that I prefer Namecheap as a registrar company as opposed to GoDaddy, is for this reason. We open up another tab, go to Google, and type in Namecheap coupons. And we see that there's always a promo code for Namecheap coupons. Okay, so what we see here are .com domain names, promo code, get up to 10% off. Let's try this one, 10% off. Okay, and the coupon code is Breezy. Let's copy that. Hit Control C. Let's go back to Namecheap. Now I have an account with Namecheap. In order to register a domain name with Namecheap, you will have to set up an account with them, which is just a matter of going to the account section, signing in, putting in your information about who you are, and then you can either set up money on deposit with them, or you can use a credit card to pay for the name. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Prepper Hero, add it to the cart. 1-year registration. View the cart. Okay, now we always want to include a 1-year subscription to WhoisGuard and renew that. That is going to keep your privacy. We put in our promo code. As you can see, they're charging $10.87 per year. Control V, put in our promo code, apply it, and our price is down by 10%. Okay, so that's the main reason I use Namecheap. Now, next step is we go to confirm order. Okay. Now the payment method, let's just so you see here. I have I believe funds on deposit with Namecheap already. You can also use secure payment or PayPal, just so you see. I have a balance of $27.66, but you don't have to do that. You can just pay one of those other ways. Okay, now we're going to look through our settings. We're going to want to do auto renewal. That's a service that automatically renews this domain every year, so that if you forget, you won't lose your website. Okay. Pay now. Okay, I just paused the video for a minute while it registered my payment, and now we're going to move on to the next step, which is to go to the DNS. Now, DNS stands for Domain Name Servers. So when you purchase a domain at one of these registrar companies, you have to tell them where to send the domain so that it will go to the web hosting company that will allow the domain to have access to the internet. So that's what we're going to do right now. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is go to our dashboard and hit the domain list. You see a list of all the domains that I purchased on Namecheap. We're going to go click the box next to prepperhero.com and go to manage that domain. Okay, now in this page what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the name servers, hit the drop down box, and we go to custom DNS, meaning custom domain name servers. Alright, now here it says name server 1 and name server 2. Now the way that you direct your domain to the proper web hosting company is you have to put down the name servers for that web hosting company. Okay? Now for Hostmonster, I happen to know that the name servers are as follows: ns1.hostmonster.com and ns2.hostmonster.com. Now if you choose a different hosting company, obviously there are going to be different name servers that they will tell you. You'd have to actually find out from them what it is. Okay? So then all we do is hit this check mark here which says save. Okay, and now we have just performed all the essential tasks that we need to do to purchase a domain name and send it to our web hosting company. So I will see you in the next video.